Bill O'Reilly's going to have Michelle Bachmann on his program, and over this BP issue, he is going to take her to the woodshed. This is slightly shocking and awesome. Let's watch.
Congresswoman Michelle Bachmann, who earlier this week made this statement.
Private companies need to be held accountable, but not necessarily to the executive branch. It seems to me there's a misreading of the Constitution and a misunderstanding of jurisdictional limits from this White House on what the extent of executive power is. They don't seem to understand that, and now it seems that it's all about extortion.
Whoa, I mean, extortion, shakedown. Look, if the executive branch, the presidency, isn't going to force BP to pony up the money, who will? Who would?
Well, the point isn't who's responsible. BP is clearly responsible, and the point isn't should BP be responsible to financially reimburse these tragic victims. Of course they should. The question is who will run the fund, and that was my point, which is dealing with, will this fund be politicized?
All right,
because
but that's not how it came
isn't as though we haven't seen this before.
That's not how it came across. How it came across, and you know, look, I've known you for a long time, so I'm not coming at it from anything other than a practical point of view here. How that statement came across to me was that you said, look, Obama has overstepped his power. The executive branch of our government has overstepped by taking a private corporation and forcing that corporation, BP, to put $20 billion in a till. But I also, you know, you and the Congressman Barton from Texas using words like shakedown and extortion and all of that. I'm not agreeing with that. I think Obama did absolutely the right thing by putting maximum amount of pressure on these weasels. And you saw this, Hayward, yesterday. Is this the biggest weasel in the world, this guy? Is there a bigger weasel on the planet than him? All right? Are you trusting him to do anything? You got to force these people to do it. And then they got the Swedish guy talking about the little people, the small people. Come on. I'd go in there with a machine gun if I were president and say, hey, you put the money in here, you're not getting out of the room. So, I mean, I'm okay with it. I think this is the best thing Obama did in the whole mess. Do you agree with that, getting to $20 billion?
No one is saying that this fund shouldn't be set up. The question is who administers it. But here's the other part. There's also a point of investigating what was it with responsibility from the administration. Remember, the administration signed off on the inspection.
Okay. But you're dodging my question about extortion and about a shakedown. Do you think Obama shook down BP?
I think they put pressure on them when, remember, he previously said that he wanted a criminal investigation. So the people that were around that table were thinking they might end up in the slammer.
Is that wrong?
So they could end up in the slammer.
Is that wrong to put that kind of pressure on them? I think you do it. Wouldn't you do it?
Think about it. You think about it. Here you have the President of the United States threatening criminal action. They could end up in the slammer. So are they going to take money from the shareholders to give to the President, maybe to keep themselves out of jail? I'm just asking.
But I'm okay with it. Are you okay with it? I'm okay with it. I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to bag. I don't think he's going to bag.
We need to have a victims comp fund. That's a good thing. Victims comp fund, absolutely. Okay. But no American taxpayer should pay a dime of any compensation.
Right.
That's all good.
That's all good.
The process does matter.
Okay, the process does matter, and I'm with you on that. The only thing we're disagreeing about here today is that I don't mind Obama looking at these guys saying you better do the right thing or we're coming after you with everything we have. I want him to do that. I'll give you the last word.
There's nothing wrong with the president saying that.
All of a sudden, there's nothing wrong with the president saying that. Look, it's a weird and refreshing sensation. I've got a sensation going up my leg, as Chris Matthews would say, to have O'Reilly on your side. It makes you kind of go, what's going on here, right? And I know why he's doing it, because he wants to seem populist for the folks. The folks are angry about this, as he says, right? And he appears moderate this way. But I don't give a damn, okay? The result is the same. He's on the right side. And look at what he made her do. He made her say, oh, no, everybody agrees to the Victims Comp Fund, which is not what the Republicans were saying before. They were saying, oh, do we really need this? It's extortion, it's a shakedown, etc. All of a sudden, she's like, no, of course. Victims Comp Fund, I'm just arguing about small little details, please. But when O'Reilly's on your side, all that stuff seems amusing. This Swedish guy comes in here, You know what I'd have done? I'd have taken a machine gun to him. I'd have waterboarded them. Okay, I wouldn't have gone in that direction, but that was fun watching that. All right, you go get him, O'Reilly.
Did you know that Netflix is a new sponsor of the Young Turks? It's awesome.
Oh, good start, good start.
Release the Kraken!